Okay, welcome to the 6.8 liter garage. A while back I made this hook. I don't know if you recall, I'll put a link to the video, but I was watching a video by My Life Deliberately. He has a bandsaw sawmill, and he was having difficulty turning his log, so I came up with this idea and reached out to him and to see if he would be interested in trying it. So put a strap on here and this hooks onto the log and you twist it around the log and you turn the log. Anyway, so that I did that and I sent it off to him and it seemed to work okay. But that wasn't the whole story. So as Paul Harvey used to say, now it's time for the rest of the story. So I've known Jim for a very long time. It's just that he retired and moved off to the far reaches of Idaho, so I don't see him very often. I did reach out to him with you know, on my own with my idea, so it wasn't a lie, but it wasn't the full truth. Anyway, I'm going to see him again, and he asked if there was a way to add something to stabilize the hook when it's on there. So I drew up a couple little mustache hafts or stabilizers, whatever you want to call it, for the hook. And I'm going to cut those out and weld them on. And then the cool thing is we're doing another crossover between my channel and his channel, but I'm going to take this up to him. So I'm going to make it here, and then when I'm finished with it, next time you see it, I'll be with this thing up at My Life Deliberately, watching him use it, hopefully not getting in the way. So first things first, we got to cut this out and weld them on here. So let's get to that. Okay, so I'm going to clean up the hook a little bit. I think these are going to go right about here, so they should stay out of the way of the strap, but we'll stand. But keep the hook vertical on the log. So that's what I'm going to do. Clean it up a little bit and do some welding. Alright, so that's it. I got a coat of red paint on it to keep it from rusting, but as you can see, I added these little claws on the side to help hold the hook vertical, keep this point against the log instead of turning. I don't know if it'll help or not, but that's what we're going to try. So next stop, Idaho. Alright, me and the hook made it to the Pacific Northwest. Hopefully this site looks familiar to you all, meaning you've all been to At My Life Deliberately's YouTube channel. Jim is here, and we're going to try this hook out. And fortunately for us, unfortunately for Jim, he's got this giant log that's very difficult to load. So first thing we're going to do is put the hook to use and roll it. Well, first thing he's going to do, I'm going to stand here and try not to get in the way and help where I can. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm going to try to take advantage of this new hook the 6.8 liter made. So it's got a couple of wings on here to help keep the hook from turning sideways.
I think they look like mustaches. Yeah. There's like a mustache on it now.
Yeah, so we added mustaches to it. There you go. And yeah, we'll see how well this is going to work. But looking forward to giving this a try, and appreciate 6.8 liter doing this for me.
Yep. All right, well, let's see what happens. Take the hook off. There you go. Hook worked. All right, here we go. Okay, I made it back from Idaho. You can see we're back in the garage and much less beautiful scenery like Jim has at his channel. Up till now you saw the hook work perfectly and you saw cutting a log. That log is borderline too big for that mill. Jim wanted to use it because it was also the reason the hook was needed, because it was so big. Anyway, it's difficult to turn. So up till now you saw us turn the log and mill it, or cut one side. There's a lot more trials and tribulations to that because that log is so big, and since my channel is not really about milling, I'll leave that to Jim. The unfortunate thing is, I don't know if I didn't push the start button, or if my phone ran out of space, or I don't know what, but there's an important piece of footage that I don't have. Maybe Jim has. If he does, hopefully he'll show it on his video. But the important piece of footage I don't have is the hook not working, because after cutting the log, it needed to turn again, and in turning the hook came loose and the log ended up on the ground. So that's not good. So the video looks like the hook worked successfully and there's no problem. In reality, it was used twice and it worked once and it came loose the second time. So hindsight, I should have sharpened the hook. The hook's just got the point from the plasma cut. I should have used my angle grinder and turned it into a round, very sharp point so it'll grab better. The other thing is that log is a very oval shaped log, and we were trying to turn on the long side. So I don't know if the hook is really big enough. I mean, if it had been sharper and maybe we took a hammer and tapped it into the log to make sure it was tight, probably would have stayed anyway, but it might need to have a larger jaw, so like actually a larger hook, or maybe swivel. Maybe it needs to have a hinge mechanism of some sort. Anyway, that's kind of the rest of the story on the log hook. I don't see another revision of the log hook happening unless Jim were to contact me and ask for something. Season's kind of ending for milling without a milling shed, and if you watch his channel, which I recommend, At My Life Deliberately, I will link to it. It'll be in the title and the description. He's in the middle of building a sawmill shed. Once he has that, he'll build a mill in the winter time a little bit easier, but for this season I don't think he's going to be doing much more milling, so he probably won't be using the hook much. So even if he wanted me to change it, that probably won't happen this season. So anyway, that's the end of the hook story for now, and I'll be moving on to something else next week. But as always, like, share, subscribe. Appreciate you watching, and hopefully I didn't give you hopefully I didn't paint too rosy a picture of how it went with the hook, because it did not go 100% well, but all the footage I have looks pretty good. So anyway, thanks for watching.